What's a Gundam doing siding with the gorillas? You're a figurehead, and what you've created is nothing more than a fake peace.
Romefeller might take away my freedom. No, they might in fact end up killing me. Still, as it stands, Romefeller will use me to continue this war.
Queen Relina.
Huh?
It has come to my attention that you have your own policy with regard to forming the world nation.
Huh? Right now, people still feel that the Romefeller Foundation is using its power to exercise control over them. What Romefeller needs to do is set an example on how to correctly bring peace to the world.
And tell me exactly how would we do that, Queen Relina?
By withdrawing all the Oz troops that are posted around the world under the pretense of maintaining peace.
I object!
Huh? And then we can clearly announce to the people that the period of military rule has come to an end.
I must object. I have to argue that those are grossly simplistic ideas. You haven't considered the guerrillas stationed around the world or the military force of the independent nations that still remain a threat to us.
The threat is Romefeller, not them. When a ruler calls on others to discard their weapons, naturally the ruler must be the first to do so.
Listen to me, Queen Relina. That is not how we at the Romefeller Foundation intend to govern the world.
Considering that the Foundation is supposedly bringing peace to the world, the time has come for Romefeller to make some changes.
There's no need for us to change any of our traditions.
I suspect those might be your own personal opinions, Duke Dermail. Or are they the opinions shared by the Foundation?
Obviously, I believe I'm speaking for the Romefeller Foundation in its entirety.
And is he speaking for you, gentlemen?
No, we haven't really come to a consensus on these issues.
Well, I do believe Queen Relina has a good point.
Don't be ridiculous! Are you saying a couple of words from this girl should change Romefeller? I'm afraid I let my emotions get the better of me. I just wanted to call your attention to the potential risk in basing our plans for the future on the sole opinions of Queen Relina, gentlemen.
This isn't a subject to be taken lightly, so we shall bring it up at the Foundation's general meeting tomorrow. This executive meeting is now adjourned.
We've probably got no choice but to give up on Wu Fei. He's gonna do what he wants all on his own.
Then do you think we should head back to the Earth for now?
But Miss Noin, there are White Fang troops roaming the vicinity. It would be hard to get past them.
Don't you think we should do something to stop the White Fang?
If Miss Relina were here, she'd work out a peace plan with the colonies. Negotiations with the White Fang can take place afterward.
Right. But the White Fang is increasing its armaments, even though the people of the colonies mustn't use them.
What's that?
An encoded transmission. It's being broadcast in this area. Oh, there's a message here to the Death Scythe.
To the Death Scythe?
Duo, can you hear me?
Hey, Howard. Is that you, Howard?
How would you like me to come and fix up your Gundam, just like the old days? Of course, I'll give you full supplies and repairs.
What are you doing out here in space?
What's happening here? Even the leading executives of the Foundation won't listen to my opinions. Do they all intend to follow Relina's proposals?
It just goes to show you how strong Miss Relina really is.
I brought Relina here in order to unify us, but now she's in my way. I'll just have to.
Don't even think about it, Grandpa, because if anything were to happen to Miss Relina now, you can be sure you'd be the first one accused. And at the moment, you don't have enough influence in the Foundation to persuade them of your innocence.
You don't beat around the bush, Dorothy, but you're absolutely right. The Foundation is becoming a bit unstable. We need a powerful leader who can bring everyone together. But Relina's not that person. She was only supposed to be a symbol to unify Oz with the general public.
That's true, and I can't imagine that Miss Relina's strategy for peace will advance very smoothly. Military intervention will become necessary. Someone who supported military power would quickly be recognized by everybody as an effective leader.
But Relina's trying to dismantle Romafella's military power.
You can still deploy the Oz Space Force, can't you, Grandfather?
Are you suggesting I go into outer space?
Well, you won't be able to get your point across at the general meeting tomorrow. They will all want to hear what Miss Relina has to say. So rather than fight a battle you know you'll lose, you should gather your military power and prepare for the next battle.
And what will you be doing, Dorothy?
Why, I'll stick by Miss Relina's side. I'm sure many more battles will start cropping up all around that girl.
Who'd have thought she'd be a top leader at her age?
Duke Dermail headed for outer space under the pretext that he would lead the Oz Space Force in restraining the uprising White Fang rebels.
We're changing course to avoid the colony's rebel army. Please understand that this will delay the estimated arrival time at Fortress Barge.
Just watch me, you fools. I'll show you that I was correct all along.
Good news, Miss Relina. My grandfather's gone and left for outer space.
So suddenly?
That means your greatest opposition won't be present at the general meeting. And the rest will be up to you.
Duke Dermail has left, has he?
It's almost time to go, Miss Relina. To the Parliament buildings.
Yes, let's go.
It's time.
Impossible! Gundam!
Yes, sir. A mobile suit thought to be Gundam 05 has crossed our defense line and is approaching the Libra.
I thought that the Gundams fought for the colonies up until now. Why are they challenging us like this when we're fighting for independence in outer space?
That force is unnecessary in space!
Send out all the troops we have!
Most of our troops have been dispatched for the barge takeover, so we don't have many nearby to guard the Libra.
Then start up the Libra!
But the Libra isn't done yet.
All but the main weapon and drive systems. Use Libra's beam cannons.
Every one of you is a world leader. But in order to continue being the leaders of the world, the Romafeller Foundation must undergo some changes. In the same way that our times are currently changing. Why is there always confrontation? It's natural that when more than one person is involved, the second person will be a potential source of conflict. In order to eliminate this, we must become unified as one.
That's just idealism, Relina.
I once again make a declaration. In order to eliminate boundaries and create one peaceful, consolidated nation, Oz, which holds the most power, must be the first to discard all of its weapons.
trace of the Gundam.
Good. I'm glad. But Colonel Sadici, it seems that a number of other Gundams have been confirmed here in outer space. There's a strong possibility they'll come back to attack us again in the future.
I just don't get it. Why are the Gundams acting so hostile toward us?
Because the Gundams are now fighting for Earth, and Earth itself is the enemy of the colonies. Colonel, you must declare war.
But our strategy was to first conquer the Oz Space Force, and our troops are currently on the way to Barge for that very reason.
The White Fang's actions still don't reflect the colonies. This would be a great opportunity to consolidate the desires of the colonies.
They may only be dolls, but they were still ruthlessly sacrificed. You guys are doing exactly what Oz would do, and that's why you are not needed here in outer space.
When we talk of bringing the world together, we must not limit it to the Earth alone. It only takes two to start a conflict. Therefore, we must become one with the space colonies. The Earth must look to coexist with outer space, and outer space must do the same.
Earth and space coexist?
We must disarm Oz and appeal to the people in outer space. I ask each one of you, as world leaders, to accept these changes. Hero.
Relina.
Go ahead, Hero. Kill me.
May I offer you my congratulations, Queen Relina. The Romefeller Foundation will abide by your guidance and start anew.
Thank you. Hero.
Okay, Relina. Let's see what you can do. I'll defeat my own enemy.
Once we're done with the repairs, Sandrock will be able to fight well in outer space.
That'd be a big help, Howard. I will need a mobile suit to fight as well. Do you know if there are any suits available?
Nah, nothing that I would want to give to a Gundam pilot. If only we knew where the heavy arms was, that'd sure help.
I'm sorry, I can't remember.
Hey, I'm not blaming you.
Howard, I'm having a hard time figuring out why you're supporting us. And what you're planning to do with this spaceship.
Actually, I'm not quite sure about the ship myself.
You gotta be kidding.
But as for the reasons I'm supporting you, it's to fulfill my duties as someone who's helped build the Gundams.
You helped make the Gundams?
More precisely, the tall geese.
Listen, are you sure you can't help us find out where Zex is?
He's not your average person, so I'm sure he's still alive and well.
Howard! The White Fang is making an announcement to Earth. I think it's a declaration of war.
Just as I expected.
The space colonies had hoped to establish its rights to self-govern in peace, but the Earth has ruled over us with its military power. This was true for us in the times of the Alliance and Oz, and it's true now that the Earth has formed the world nation. The Earth has been using the Gundams as their pawns. We had hoped to unify the people of outer space, and the Earth attacked us with the Gundams. They're supporting the Oz Space Force.
Not true.
Absurd! It's a lie!
They've been using you, Wu-Fei.
The Oz Space Force will soon be annihilated. As I speak, a large-scale fleet is headed out to attack and destroy them. Outer space belongs to us colony citizens.
What's going on? It's a large fleet from the White Fang. But why is it in this area? Deploy the mobile dolls.
accelerate to top speed now. We'll escape into barge.
But we can't, sir. They're catching up.
This shouldn't be. Why must I die like this?
Oh no, Duke Dermail!
Grandfather! I won't cry, dear grandfather. You were just magnificent. Because in the end, you departed this world as a courageous soldier in battle.
When the space colonies become one, the only enemy of ours will be the Earth. We have a righteous cause, and we have welcomed a new leader that will help us fight for and realize our cause.
A new leader?
Earth and space. The two exist together and form a pattern of confrontation. My name is Miliardo Peacecraft. I declare that we will eliminate the Earth, the force that conflicts with space.
No way!
What are you saying, Zex?
My own brother.
Oh, but why? Even Romefeller is making changes to improve itself now.
Zex, you've chosen one of the futures Epion showed you. Well, out of the futures that Wing Zero showed me, I've chosen this one.
Trey's strips Queen Relina of her position as Romefeller's chief representative. Meanwhile, a battle for the Space Fortress barge commences in outer space to determine the supreme power. Using its overpowering number of mobile dolls, the White Fang force repeatedly crushes Oz's mobile doll troops. Next, on Gundam Wing Episode 41, Crossfire at Barge.
Peacecraft join the Romefeller Foundation as their representative and a symbol of peace, they are able to gain the support of the people and are justified in making the world nation a reality. Meanwhile, in outer space, an uprising, an armed organization called White Fang directs all forces to fight for the independence of the colonies. The White Fang organization welcomed its new leader.
Earth and space. The two exist together and form a pattern of confrontation. My name is Miliardo Peacecraft. I declare that we will eliminate the Earth, the force that conflicts with space. Zex, you've chosen one of the futures Epion showed you. Well, out of the futures that Wing Zero showed me, I've chosen this one. Crossfire at Barge.
Enemy dolls have crossed the space minefield. ETA to defense line is 2 minutes.
Our Taurus mobile doll troops will take their defense formation.
They'll be fully deployed in T-minus 30.
Isn't the barge cannon ready yet?
Connections are complete. We'll bring in the workers.
Increase energy level on the double.
Yes, sir! All units assume phase 3 battle positions.
Send out every Taurus suit and don't let the enemy get near barge. This is our last fortress in space and we can't afford to lose it now.
The laser beams won't work against the Virgos. Arm the Taurus suits with laser cannons.
They're not programmed for the additional output. They'd overheat in no time.
Doesn't matter, as long as they wipe out some of the dolls.
The enemy mobile dolls will reach our first defense line in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The battle has begun.
The White Fang initiated a battle with the Space Fortress barge. It was obvious to everyone that the winner would claim supremacy to outer space. For this reason, both the Oz Space Forces and the White Fang fought an extremely fierce battle, employing their full forces.
Mobile doll Unit 5 moving to the left wing.
35% have crossed the enemy defense line.
That's the way. Now keep on applying pressure.
There's something approaching us from behind, sir.
What? That's the Epion. It's Commander Miliardo. Wait, Commander Miliardo. What are you doing in your mobile suit? You're the chief commander of the White Fang, aren't you? Just give out the orders and leave the fighting to the mobile dolls.
You do just that.
Huh? Commander Miliardo still thinks of himself as the Lightning Count.
Hang on a second, please, Miss Noin.
I know you don't want me to do this, but I really have to meet with Zex and talk to him in person. I am positive that he has a good reason. He must be rebelling for the Sank Kingdom and Miss Relina.
Still, it's too dangerous to approach Barge alone. Sandrock's been completely repaired. I'll go with you.
Catra.
There's lots of civilian colonies around Barge.
Huh?
Shouldn't be too hard to approach the fortress unnoticed.
Duo!
Will you come with us?
I want to let Oz and the guys at the White Fang know the God of Death is back and he's come with a bang.
Thanks a lot, Duo.
Catch all that?
Huh? Well, at the very least, I guess I could cover for you guys.
Troa!
You guys came back here.
Well, now that that's settled, let's get going.
Right.
forces destroyed. Base controlled. My enemy's in space. Sally Poe?
I'm so glad I made it here on time. Don't go firing on me. I've got something important to give you. It was a pain finding it, so I want to make sure you get it. Hiro, you were planning to return to space, weren't you? Would you mind taking this along with you?
Does this mean you found out where Troa is?
No, but I think that the Gundams are essential to our present era. And I know for a fact that the Gundam pilots can all be trusted. That's why I want to do whatever I can to help you guys. Listen, Hiro, fighting by yourself is so lonely. I'm sure you don't like getting sympathy, but won't you let me help you out a little?
Enemies here.
What? Huh?
Prepare your shuttle for takeoff.
I'll take care of these guys.
I don't see anyone. He seems kind of different this time. He used to have such an abrasive personality, he was so hard to approach. Get a move on and load up that Gundam!
How could this have happened? I can't believe it. The direct descendants of the Peacecrafts are battling against each other.
Marquis Wayridge, are you sure he's actually Miliardo Peacecraft?
I didn't want to believe it, but it is him, all right.
What does Queen Relina plan to do about it? Now that Duke Termail's been killed, Miss Relina's the only one who could hope to control the new Roma feller.
King Peacecraft in heaven, I offer you my deepest apologies. In an effort to attain our ideal world, we've guided your children to a very cruel destiny.
If you truly feel that way, then I ask that you abide by my orders.
The Earth is finally heading towards peace. What could you be thinking, Miliardo? Well, regardless of what you have up your sleeve, my dear brother, fighting isn't the solution. And it's my responsibility and my duty to make you stop. Huh? Is anybody here? Huh?
Long time no see, Miss Relina.
It's you, Trace Cushionata. Why are you here?
I thought I'd inform you of a decision made by Romefeller's top executives.
I don't know what you're talking about.
As of this day, you're to be dismissed from your duties as representative of the Romefeller Foundation. I must therefore ask you to resign from your position as queen.
Huh? I understand you. I will give up my rights as the representative. But there is still one last thing that I have to do before I resign. I must convince my brother Miliardo To stop fighting against the Earth.
You're not capable of doing that.
What's that supposed to mean?
It's a crime to confine you within this antiquated cage-like foundation. I will be Romefeller's chief representative. I'll personally lead the battle to its conclusion. You're free. Free to go wherever you please.
So, Miss Relina's going to outer space. In that case, I'll have to get a space shuttle ready myself.
Nothing but lifeless dolls. They're no enemy of mine.
Damn that Gundam! We can't afford to let the enemy get any closer to us than this. Prepare to fire the barge cannon now!
But the energy level is only at 80% capacity!
I don't care. That's still enough to fire.
Okay, move units 8 to 24 to the left. The remaining units will continue to advance. We'll leave the central area to Commander Miliardo and the Epyon. That's right, the Gundam is our organization's symbol, and its combat abilities are much greater than those of the mobile dolls.
Whoa, look at him go! What do you think? I don't have any idea where Zex might be.
I want to get good and close. He should be in there somewhere.
We'll be right behind you, so let's go. Huh? Troa?
I'm taking off to go and protect the civilian colonies.
Hey, hang on!
Man, talk about making fast decisions.
Troa?
Catra? Enemies!
Well, I'll give you my self-introduction for starters.
Here goes. What?
Isn't that the...
It's the Epyon Gundam.
What's going on? That's Gundam 02 and 04. What in blazes are they doing out here?
Colonel Sadici, we are detecting a very strong energy coming from barge.
What?
Adjustments to firing angle completed. HKS pressure balance stable. TRD bypass unit connected. Final safety lock disengaged. Ready to fire!
Fire the barge cannon right now!
What is that thing?
Is that really you, Zex?
It's Zex? Zex is piloting that?
Take this!
Talk about speed and power. That thing's as powerful as Wing Zero.
It's incredible! What strength!
No, how could you, Zex?
What's going on? Why are the Gundams fighting each other? In any case, this is our big chance. Ready the cannon to fire again. We'll completely wipe them out with our next attack.
He has got the upper hand! No, not again! Duo, check out Marge!
They're gonna fire that again? I haven't got time to be playing games with you.
Miss Noise, out of the way, it's dangerous!
I'll stay and take care of him. You go stop the barge cannon.
Noise!
Get going!
Catra, we haven't got time!
Zex. Zex. Don't you recognize my voice?
I can hear you.
Zex, that's better. You owe me an explanation as to why you've been acting this way.
Under Miss Relina's rule, the Earth is finally moving toward pacifism. So why would you choose to become Miss Relina's enemy?
It's just as I've declared. From outer space's perspective, the origin of all disputes is the Earth, and none other.
Wait a second.
And that's why I'll set everything right.
You're serious? Look out!
Watch out for yourself. There's no sense dying here.
Huh? Oh, but Troa...
Just get out of my way!
Come on, we've gotta hurry!
Pressure within the DFV chamber is stable. Connection with the BBS system confirmed. Pressure is rising inside the cylinder. 10 seconds left to reach the critical level.
They're finished. This is the end of the line for those Gundams. Have a taste of our barge cannon at full power!
We're not gonna make it!
There goes Zex!
What?
You're not needed here.
We have no need for you in outer space. No! Barge is finished. That's the end. It's sinking.
Oh, Zex.
continues to fight alone, and Wing Zero shows him the future he's meant to take. On Earth, Treize's subordinates who were able to escape from Barge return to him. Among them is the still unconscious Lady Un. Meanwhile, Zex orders the now completed Battleship Libra to be directed towards Earth. Next on Gundam Wing Episode 42, Battleship Libra.
Space Fortress Barge, a symbol of Oz's domination, surrenders into the hands of the White Fang. As a result, the map of power in space is drastically rewritten, with Milliardo Peacecraft now the leader of outer space in both name and reality. Meanwhile, on Earth, with Queen Relina at the helm, the Romefeller Foundation is on its way to forming an unarmed world nation which has realized total pacifism. But with Treize Khusranada's return, Relina is relieved of her duties.
Battleship Libra.
The years after Colony 195, the delicate situation between Earth and space causes tensions to increase.
Lieutenant Nico! Glad you're okay, sir.
Hardly okay. There were only 18 survivors. Unfortunately, that's all I was able to bring back from Barge.
What's that, Lieutenant?
We survived in dishonor, just so we could bring her back here to the Earth.
Huh?
Please, you must take her to His Excellency Treize.
Her bullet wounds have completely healed, but she's still in a coma.
My dear lady, I'm glad you made it back home. I can't tell you how good it is to be able to see you again. You never left my heart for a moment. But lady, I want you to see how I handle things now. A fantastic battle is about to commence between space and Earth, and it's sure to end the pathetic history mankind has created. A star role in this final scene would be too much of a burden for Relina Peacecraft. I must take on the role as leader of the Romefeller Foundation. That's right. She can take on the role of establishing the new history we're about to lay out for her. Relina Peacecraft shall be the new hope for the people of the Earth. I'm hereby making an announcement to the leaders of the world. What's the purpose of our world nation's existence? The previous sovereign, Queen Relina, said it was true peace. But were the people able to live in peace? The answer to that is no. People continue to live in uncertainty and feel threatened. And why is that? Because an armed organization calling themselves White Fang is challenging us to a war. We mustn't allow this tyrannical behavior they've exhibited towards us. I say to the leaders of the world, no. I say this to all the citizens of the world nation. Now's the time to unite as one force and fight against this threat from outer space. And then, our victory over them shall earn unity and peace for the Earth. Is that not our mission in this life? Don't laugh at this, lady. I have no choice but to do some acting if I'm going to help the people.
This is the third time I've seen the Earth from space. Father, you never stopped hoping for peace between the colonies and Earth. I don't know if I can follow in your footsteps.
How are you feeling, Miss Relina?
Very well, thanks.
We've got a little while yet before we reach the Libra battleship. Try to get yourself some rest.
I'll do that. Sorry to trouble you like this.
No problem.
Relina, you have to have courage if you're going to save the beautiful Earth.
Those damn White Fang troops. It doesn't look like they're about to let us get away.
They have no lunar base, and Barge is gone. They've got no place to go, but they still choose to betray us.
They used to be part of the Trays faction. Once Trays becomes the ruler of the world nation, it'd be too awkward to stay with us.
Soldiers shouldn't worry about principles and opinions. It's a pity they fail to realize that.
If we can just take out one of them, we'll be reducing their force. This'll show my loyalty to His Excellency. This is it! That's Gundam 05!
It's coming here!
What?
Send out all the Virgos! Set target to Gundam 05!
I'll check and see whether or not your actions are justified.
If you guys are justified, then you'll defeat me! Is that it? Don't expect that to defeat me! And you won't even come close to Trays!
So that's it. So that's how the Gundams fight their battles. That's the ideal His Excellency spoke of.
Come on! Now's your chance if you want to get me! Don't underestimate your battles!
Lunar base! This is the pursuit unit! We're fighting a Gundam at point 09! Send reinforcements!
Thanks, Gundam. I've learned a lot watching you. I have seen the truth in your fighting. I thank you.
What's he doing?
mistaken. My only regret is not being able to tell that to the others.
Irregularities in the drive system. Left arm immobile. Operational abilities down in every segment.
Nitaku, we cannot afford to bite the dust at this stage. There are still too many fools here in outer space.
The nearly complete battleship Libra is a major threat to the people on Earth. While anxiety increases among the people, the new leader, Trey's Kushranada, fully utilizes his leadership abilities to either do away with or take over all retaliatory forces. In order to dispel their fears against space, the people unite under Trey's. But their fears become so strong that it hastens their preparations for battle against the White Fang.
Commander Miliardo, our Libra is finally complete.
Good. Assemble the entire crew in the main hangar. I want everyone to hear my final announcement to Earth.
Very well then, sir.
What we're doing really doesn't reflect our personalities, does it, Trace?
It's been a while.
You've been fighting all this time?
My exact words to you.
I saw the suit Zex Marquise piloted. Are you using it now?
Yeah,
How about the other one?
that's Troa's, but it won't be of much use until it's upgraded for battle in space.
I see. And where are you headed? Libra's in the opposite direction.
We're headed for Peace Million, where Noin's waiting for us. She's already there with the 3 other Gundam pilots. Don't tell me you want to get out. We're running out of fuel fast.
Aren't you afraid I might take over this shuttle and fly it straight to Libra?
Good point. I never even thought of that. But on Peace Million, there are supplies as well as engineers who can repair your Gundam. You can go and attack Libra anytime after that.
So you guys want me to join you?
You can use Peace Million any way you wish to be true to your sense of integrity. I thought I was giving you an offer you couldn't possibly refuse. Wu Fei?
Thanks for your kindness, but I'm not making any deals.
Wu Fei.
Just drop it. He does things his own way.
It certainly looks that way. The White Fang's mobile doll carriers.
Looks like their reinforcements have arrived.
Yeah, and they've already surrounded us.
I see. How many?
Judging from those carriers, they've probably got 10 Virgos on each.
So 40 mobile dolls. Shouldn't be a problem.
It is me they have come looking for.
You're not using your head. You'd be committing suicide with your Gundam.
I don't care.
Take 0.
What?
Hiro.
Take Wing 0?
Yeah, but don't get disillusioned by the cockpit system.
Tell me, Hiro, why are you doing this?
While you're piloting the 0, it'll tell you who your true enemies are.
Well, let's give it a try.
Are you sure about landing in the Zero?
All the Gundams were built based on the Zero suit. He has the right to pilot it.
Come on, Zero! Show me what you've got! Let's see just what you can do! Yeah! The road I'm taking is the correct choice. If you're telling me that I'm wrong, then use all the power you've got and try and stop me. Oh no! I can fight on my own! I'll keep on fighting alone until the day I die! Is that Trace? Zex?
The Earth's world nation is claiming that unity will achieve peace. I never dreamed that I'd hear such rubbish from Trays. I'm sure that none of you have forgotten about an organization that existed on Earth called the Allied Forces of the United Earthsphere Alliance. Now, did that ridiculous organization eliminate wars and make world peace a reality? Of course it didn't. Under the guise of peace and justice, the Alliance came to the colonies with its overwhelming military force. If we truly want to eradicate wars, it cannot be achieved by simply uniting nations. It's a problem that requires an end to Earthlings. Because as we all know, Earthlings have fought since ancient times, when our ancestors first stood upright. Battles between human races eventually became battles between countries, and over thousands of years since the dawn of time, we have continued to write our blood-stained history. There's no reason for this other than the simple fact that fighting is a part of human nature.
Miliardo, you're not mistaken.
Then we have no choice but to give up. No, that's far from the truth. That's because there are some human beings that possess the power to overcome their own base instincts.
Miliardo.
No way! I want to keep fighting!
I'm sure you've noticed by now. The citizens of the colonies are a new breed of humans, with the ability to gain true peace by controlling their instincts to battle. The colony's citizens have lived their lives in space where Earthlings aren't welcome. And the people of space know through experience just how meaningless these tragic battles are.
Is that my future? With them? So my path will become the same as theirs.
Understand that the colony's citizens are preoccupied with just living in outer space, and they don't have the ability to fight. Then why did we stand up on their behalf? Because the old breed of mankind who loves to battle remains on their comfortable Earth and tries to conquer the defenseless colonies. It has been 200 years now since our people started living in space. Isn't it about time that we put an end to this history filled with disputes? To accomplish that, we have to eliminate the hotbed of all these battles. The place we call Earth.
My enemies are Miliardo, Peacecraft, and Trace Kushrenada. I will defeat them. That's what I must do.
Of course, we don't intend to kill needlessly.
We have no choice but to fight him. At the very least, we can say we rate humanity a little higher than he does.
With this this in mind, I once again announce to Trey's Kushranada, sovereign of the world nation, that we demand the Earth be eliminated from the universe. If you cannot abide by this demand, we'll have no choice but to start a war to end all wars.
You're back early.
Zero showed me something quite amusing.
Is that so?
I've decided I'm going to join you. It seems like it would be the best way for me to defeat both Zex and Trey's.
Wu Fei.
Now, get the Libra started.
Roger. Huh?
What?
It's an unidentified shuttle. How should we handle it?
This is Dorothy Catalonia. Hello, Miliardo Peacecraft. It's such a pleasure to see you again. I hope you remember how you and I played with Mr. Trey's back when we were just children.
Fire.
Huh?
That shuttle belongs to Romefeller. Shoot it down.
Roger.
Once upon a time, there was a person with two names. That person was the direct heir of a pacifist nation, but he wore a mask and changed his name to take revenge against those responsible for the nation's collapse. He soon became the legendary hero of an army. Today, that person says he will punish foolish Earthlings. What has made him go this far? And can one call this an act of pacifism? Or are these the instincts of a hero?
We're locked onto the target.
It's possible that this person actually dislikes pacifism. Or maybe he dislikes his sister who keeps believing in their father's pacifist ways. I guess nobody really knows what his true intentions are. I want to be with you, Mr. Miliardo. I want to imprint this war on my memory. After all, this is going to be the final battle.
All right then. Escort Miss Dorothy in.
Huh?
Thank you very much, Mr. Miliardo. I promise to never leave your side under any circumstances.
I'm the only one capable of stopping my brother.
Zex joined the White Fang to put an end to the warring history of mankind, but very few know his real intentions. Noin, Relina, Hiro, and the other Gundam pilots watch in horror his one last act of faith, which can only be regarded as a foolish act. Next on Gundam Wing Episode 43, Target Earth.
want to be with you, Mr. Miliardo. I want to imprint this war on my memory. After all, this is going to be the final battle.
Zero showed me something quite amusing.
Is that so?
I've decided I'm going to join you. It seems like it would be the best way for me to defeat both Zex and Treize.
Wu Fei.
All right then. Escort Miss Dorothy in.
I'm the only one capable of stopping my brother. Miliardo.
Target Earth.
An object's approaching us from behind.
What?
It appears to be a shuttle.
An enemy?
No, an enemy would have started attacking us long ago.
This is Peace Million here. I demand the approaching shuttle respond.
I figured you'd be there, Miss Noin.
Sally Poe.
I brought a couple of strong allies. How about letting us come aboard your ship?
Hero! Wu Fei! So, you made it without getting shot to pieces.
Hey, do you mind if we stay for a while?
No, stay as long as you like. I'm just glad to have you guys here visiting with us.
This will be one tough battle. Huh, Noin?
All battles are tough by their nature. I'm sure you already know that. Sally, I feel so powerless. I may need to depend on you quite a bit this time.
It won't be me you'll be depending on. Those kids have left their doubts behind. They've found their missions in life. If you stay on their side, you won't go astray.
Guess you're right.
So, you brought that troublesome suit with you. You'd have to be insane to pilot a thing like that.
I never said you had to pilot it.
Huh? You piloted it, though! In that case...
I can handle that suit. I have experience from piloting Epion, which has the same system on it.
Epion? You mean the one Zex was on? What were you doing piloting that thing? Yeah. I almost forgot what you're like. You're just about as far from normal as they come.
Hey, we're dividing our technicians into 2 groups. I'll give out the orders for the Ultron repairs.
That's my Gundam.
Troa will modify your suit for space compatibility in no time.
Appreciate it.
Even once it gets modified, you're nothing but a sitting duck to the enemy. You'd be better off not returning to the battlefield.
You're probably right.
Good girl. You guys must miss Troa, since he's not here anymore.
Hey, Catherine.
Yes?
You know, for our next performance...
What's going on?